We are living in one of the most extraordinary transitions humanity has ever experienced. A shift not just in technology or culture, but in consciousness itself. This is the dawn of the Aquarian Age, and it's changing everything about how we live, how we love, and how we relate to ourselves and the world around us. Hello, I'm Matthew Duplessie, and today we're going to explore the character of the Aquarian Age, what it is, where this idea comes from, and what it means for you and your own awakening. And if you found this video, I believe it's not by chance. You're ready to remember a deeper truth about yourself, ready to align with the energy of this new age and embody the wisdom it's calling forth in all of us. So what exactly is the Aquarian Age? Where does this idea come from? In astrology, humanity passes through vast cosmic cycles called ages. These are determined by a slow, graceful motion of the Earth known as the precession of the equinoxes. Think of it like this. As the Earth slowly wobbles on its axis like a spinning top, it causes the backdrop of stars at the spring equinox to shift very gradually. This motion traces a full circle through the 12 zodiac constellations over about 26,000 years. Each of the 12 ages lasts roughly 2,100 years. For the past 2 millennia, we've been living in what's called the Piscean Age. But now, as the sun's position moves from Pisces into Aquarius, we're stepping into a new chapter, the Aquarian Age. To understand why this is such a profound shift, let's look at the Piscean Age and what it meant for human consciousness. The Piscean Age was marked by duality, by us and them, by leaders and followers, by the idea that truth lived outside of us. At that stage of human consciousness, we were still young in many ways. We needed structure, rules, and outer guidance because our inner awareness of the divine was still dormant. Religion, during this time, was often used as a means of control. Access to spiritual wisdom was held by the few, the priests, the gurus, the institutions, while the masses were encouraged to look outward for salvation, for answers, for connection to the divine. In the Piscean mindset, you could only be quote-unquote initiated by someone else, someone higher, someone you were told had more authority over your soul than you did. This wasn't inherently bad, it just reflected where we were as a collective. But now, in the upcoming Aquarian Age, everything is changing. The Aquarian Age is not just a change of sign. It is a shift in the very fabric of human consciousness. In this new age, we are being called to awaken to the truth that was always within us. It's an age of transparency, interconnection, and self-initiation. There are no more secrets. The barriers between people, cultures, and ideas are dissolving. The floodgates of information are open. Knowledge is everywhere, no longer guarded by a select few. Everyone has access to knowledge, and yet knowledge alone isn't enough. Now we must cultivate wisdom, inner wisdom, the capacity to align our minds, hearts, and souls with truth. In Kundalini Yoga, we remind ourselves of this every time we chant Sat Nam, which means truth is my identity. And we begin each practice with Om Namo Gurudev Namo, meaning I bow to the creative wisdom. I bow to the subtle divine teacher within. This is the essence of the Aquarian shift. You are your own teacher. You are your own authority. You are your own connection to the infinite. So, how does this look in daily life? This information is from the Aquarian Teacher Training Manual taught by Yogi Bhajan, the master who brought Kundalini Yoga to the West. It offers a map of the traits we'll need to thrive in this age. I was trained as a Kundalini Yoga instructor in Española, New Mexico in 2015, and these teachings have never felt more relevant than they do today. Here are some defining qualities of this age. Change and learning are continuous. Change is now constant. To keep up, we must embrace lifelong learning, not just of skills, but of ourselves. Flexibility in mind, body, and spirit is essential. Intellect alone isn't enough. We are flooded with data, but intellect alone can't guide us. We must awaken intuition, emotional wisdom, and embodied knowing. Complexity and paradox are rising. Life is more connected globally and more individualized at the same time. Everything is faster. To sustain ourselves, we must learn to slow down and regenerate from within. Identity is shifting. Who we are is no longer defined by status or roles. In this age, identity flows from presence and authenticity, not external labels. Spirit and matter must integrate. We can no longer separate the sacred from the mundane. Spiritual fitness, the ability to sense values and meaning, is as vital as physical fitness. Radical interconnection. There is no isolation anymore. Every thought and action ripples through vast networks of beings and ecosystems. We are part of the whole, and the whole lives in us. The Aquarian Age asks us to grow, not just smarter, but wiser. Not just faster, but more present. Can you hold your center in the storm of change? Can you live from the truth within you instead of chasing it outside of you? This is the invitation of our time, to awaken to your true spirit and live from that awakened place. In an upcoming video, I'll share a powerful practice from Kundalini Yoga, how to develop your self-sensory system, a subtle but profound capacity that allows you to perceive life beyond the five senses and align with the energy of this new age. So subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss it. Take a deep breath. Feel your own presence. And remember, in the Aquarian Age, your presence is your power. Talk to you again soon. Sat Nam.